When the heart is overwhelmed, a sermon on Psalm 55. There are moments in life when prayer is not quiet. It is not gentle. It is not polished. Psalm 55 is the prayer you pray when your heart is shaking, when betrayal cuts deeper than an enemy's sword, when fear sits in your chest and refuses to leave. David does not whisper here. He cries out, "Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not thyself from my supplication." This is not a request for comfort. This is a plea for God to pay attention. Because sometimes the pain is so loud that silence feels like abandonment. The cry of an overwhelmed heart. My heart is sore pain within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. This psalm gives us permission to admit what we often hide, that faith does not make us immune to fear. Even the anointed heart trembles. Even the faithful soul feels overwhelmed. Even the prayer warrior has moments when their knees buckle. God does not rebuke David for this honesty. God receives it, because truth spoken in prayer is never weakness. It is intimacy, the desire to escape. Oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. This is the line that pierces the soul, not rebellion, not disbelief, just exhaustion. There are times when you don't want revenge. You don't want answers. You don't even want resolution. You just want rest. The dove represents peace, but also distance. Space from the storm, space from the voices, space from the betrayal that lives too close to the heart. And God does not shame this desire. Sometimes the holiest prayer is, "Lord, I am tired." The pain of betrayal. For it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it. But it was thou, a man mine equal, my guide, mine acquaintance. This is where Psalm 55 cuts the deepest, because wounds from enemies heal faster than wounds from intimates. It was someone trusted, someone walked with, someone who shared counsel and worship. This psalm speaks to every heart that has been wounded by a partner, a friend, a family member, a spiritual leader, someone who knew your soft places. God sees betrayal, and he does not minimize it. The turning point, then the psalm shifts, not because the situation changes, but because the focus changes. As for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. This is not denial. This is decision. Evening, morning, noon, not when it feels good, not when it's convenient, but continually. David teaches us that prayer is not a one-time escape. It is a rhythm that carries us through the storm. The invitation to release. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. This is the heart of Psalm 55. Not carry it better, not understand it fully, not fix it yourself. Cast it. Release what is too heavy for human shoulders. Lay down what is crushing your breath. Hand over what is stealing your sleep. God does not ask you to survive the storm alone. He asks you to trust him with the weight of it, the peace that follows. David ends where the dove flies, not in chaos, not in panic, but in trust. But I will trust in thee, not because people change, not because circumstances resolved, but because God remains steady. When everything else shakes, Lord, hear the prayers that come from trembling hearts. Meet us in the storm, not after it passes. Give wings to weary souls, peace to wounded spirits, and strength to those carrying burdens too heavy to name. We cast it all upon you, and we trust you to sustain us. Amen. If you enjoyed today's content, be sure to like and subscribe. Take care and God bless.